2 weeks of absolute luxury in the Bahamas.
Oh.
Aye.
I want luxury in the Bahamas. Why the kissing? Why the kissing?
Welcome to Fyre Festival.
Hi YouTube, welcome back in hell. My name is Fyre and today we will be watching another internet historian video. This one is the failure of Fyre Festival. I was reading the comments a little bit of this video and apparently there will be a Fyre Festival 2. I hope it will not be a failure like the first one.
Hi there.
Hi. What are you doing?
You're probably wondering how I got this tan.
I mean, looks like you're on an island. I think that's how you got the tan.
It begins with a man by the name of Billy McFarland.
Oh.
Billy was a good boy. At 22, he had dreams of becoming
He was a good boy.
super wealthy entrepreneur, dropping out of college to start a business called Magnesis. Over the years, he managed to network with some powerful people. One of them was Ja Rule. Translated from German, I believe it means yes, rule.
Yes, Rule.
Over drinks, he pitched an idea. Here's an accurate recreation of that event. Mr. Rule, he says, I have a brilliant idea.
Like, word, like, yo, what happened? Woo. I'm like, yo, this nigga too wild, fucking his bitch. Woo.
Precisely, great minds think alike.
I didn't understand that.
It will be 2 weeks of absolute luxury in the Bahamas.
Oh.
Aye.
I want luxury in the Bahamas. Why the kissing? Why the kissing?
Mr. Rule. Promotion began in late 2016. Fyre promised beaches, ladies, gourmet food, luxury villas. Hosted on a private island in the Bahamas called Fyre Cay, once owned by Pablo Escobar.
Oh.
VIP tickets up to $250,000. Swimming pigs. Blink 182.
God damn it, why did they make them blink like that?
A steel drum. Welcome to Fyre Festival. The best 2 damn weeks of your life.
Oh, those are 2 weeks?
The day arrives. About 5,000 people are making their way directly from Miami Airport, and there are huge delays to get to Fyre Cay. Although I shouldn't say Fyre Cay, because it doesn't exist.
What do you mean it doesn't
marketing, they
exist?
referenced this island, which is actually Norman's Cay, run by George Jung, not Pablo, by the way. But that doesn't matter because we're not going there either. We're going to Great Exuma.
What?
Forget that. Population 7,000. In fact, we're basically in the parking lot of a sandals resort.
Parking lot, oh
In
my
the
god.
end, only about 500 of us make it to the island. The remaining customers' flights are cancelled. You're about to see why. We're hauled onto a school bus and taken to the site, a gravel lot with a bunch of FEMA tents.
Oh no!
Remember those promises of luxurious...
That's not luxurious at all! This is so bad! The world's strongest emergency and disaster relief dome. Oh my god!
Enjoy your stay, and don't forget your complimentary cup of UNICEF rice.
Yay.
Right around.
Once there, no one knows whose tent belongs to whom,
Jesus!
getting everyone into a line. Then they abandon that idea and tell everyone it's a free-for-all.
This is so bad.
Expecting a party.
I'll be crying! And let me guess, this is not even the worst of it all.
Drugs on the flight over. He's the only one having any fun.
I kinda get him though. You're already all the way over there. Gotta be a little bit positive.
Everyone else is grumpy because it's been 5 hours and there's no food.
No food!
In lieu of food, staff decide to start handing out tons of free tequila.
Tequila! Not even water!
Once the food does arrive, it's just as delectable as promised though. Gourmet craft single there. A few hours
Oh my
later, bags
God.
arrive on a shipping container. It was getting dark and there was no lighting.
So everybody's walking around with
How was this so bad? I can't believe this.
their cell phones trying to look for their luggage.
Plenty of people had their luggage stolen. But don't worry, if you have any valuables, the festival advertised top-notch security. Here it is.
Wow.
But no one told guests they had to provide their own lock.
Bro,
There
they
are
had to provide their own lock.
rumors of muggings by the locals.
I heard rumors of feral dogs.
A tent supposedly caught fire.
Oh my god.
The closest beach has a rampant shark problem. Staff don't have any uniforms or walkie-talkies, so no one
You
knows
don't
who's in
know who is
charge,
who.
and the people who are in charge can't talk to each other. Here's the bathroom. Many staff quit after only a couple of hours. For the few customers who are willing to just make the most of it and enjoy the music, they had some bad news too.
There's no
All
music?
of the major musical acts pulled out. In fact, Major Lazer wasn't even confirmed to go in the first place.
What?
The event was promoted as cashless, so all people had were these useless Disney bucks on their Fyre bands, which meant they couldn't buy anything or catch a cab if they were stranded. And even with only 500 people, there are too few tents and beds, so everyone is just stealing each other's.
Just so shocked about how bad this was.
And for any of you thinking you could just escape to the sandals, bad luck. It's peak season and they are absolutely full.
No.
People are reaching out to the embassy for help. After a few hours, most people chose to go
I would
back
be going crazy.
to the airport, and the rest were forced back home when the Bahamian government stepped in. The festival was closed.
Oh my god.
But the exodus from the island made its own problems. Guests spent hours dehydrated and hung over in a hot building. Why staff locked
that's
the
also
door
not
isn't
good.
entirely known.
Why are they locking the door? Bro!
But one girl fainted before they were finally reopened. Everyone gets home and that was the end of it. Except for me. I was rescuing someone, helping them out, and I got lost in the woods.
Sure.
Anyway, back at home, the shitstorm on social media was just ramping up. The Reddit fyrefestival was created, and it started documenting everything that went wrong at the event. People were circulating a fake tweet by Jar that the whole thing was a social experiment.
Bro.
Some wholesome festival memes there. And it quickly turned into a marketing case study.
But luxury food.
Not to do. In response, Fyre started serving cease and desist letters to stop people from saying mean things about them.
Bro, how dare you send that after organizing something this awful?
Mr. Rule released an official statement
The
online,
audacity.
both apologizing and saying that it's not his fault.
Yeah, sure.
Interestingly, he wasn't even on the island at the time. He was giving a concert in Chicago. Although, to their credit, they offer everyone a full refund.
I think they deserve more than just a refund. People did not have food, they did not have water.
You could always let it ride and opt in for tickets to
Let it ride! I love to support you all in creating something amazing.
2018's
No!
And a VIP ticket to next year's Fyre Festival.
How dare they? How dare they have that option?
If they decide to go.
What a joke!
Meanwhile, Billy is on full damage control. He claims that a storm came in the night before and changed all of the marketing into lies.
We got
Yeah.
to a point that we were very excited about on Wednesday night with how the two sites looked, and we got hit by a big storm.
A few days later, and the first lawsuit was served.
Attorney Ben Misalis doesn't think it's funny. He's filed a $100 million class action lawsuit against the organizers.
Then another suit. Then 7 more. Then
Damn.
the feds got involved, claiming Billy had committed wire fraud. Serious charges with serious prison time.
Wire fraud penalty. A single act of wire fraud can result in fines and up to 20 years in prison. However, if the wire fraud scheme affects a financial institution or is connected to a presidentially declared disaster or emergency, the potential penalties are fined up to 1 million and up to 30 years in prison. Ooh!
More on that later.
But first,
But
Right now, let's
first-
go into the history of Fyre Festival. The marketing was clever. To get the word out, they got in touch with about 400 influencers, Instagram celebrities, and they offered them VIP tickets or cash to promote the event. They even managed to get Kendall Jenner to post it
Oh,
up.
really?
Rumor has it she was paid $250,000 for this post.
What? For this? For this shit post? God!
The marketing worked though. The festival sold out. So how did it go so wrong?
Yeah.
Let's start with the money. During the planning process, a consultant came in and said the festival would cost $50 million and require another year of organization.
Wait, they needed another year of organization and they didn't do that?
They should have planned this 2 whole years out.
This is after they made all the promises, and they had nothing near that amount, so they started cutting
Why are you making promises when you don't know yet?
expenses way back.
So dumb.
Remember those luxury villas? They were going to cost $10 million alone, so they scrapped them. Now everyone gets a tent.
Bro.
Food, infrastructure, staff, all were cut back. But, you may ask, how did they have so little cash if they sold out?
Yeah.
It's the price. It was way
Too low?
too low. Now wait a minute. Up to $250,000 a ticket is too low. In fact, on social media, people were so merciless and unsympathetic towards the guests because they thought it was a bunch of rich kids paying for tickets with a starting price of $12,000. And you can thank
God.
fake news for that assumption. You see that number repeated everywhere.
Yeah. But it
But
wasn't?
actually, very few were paying even close to that amount. The standard price was around $1,200.
Bro!
Which, if you think about 2 weeks in the Bahamas,
That is really cheap.
your expenses taken care of, that's pretty bloody good.
Mhm,
In fact,
I would
some
too. I
tickets
would go
were as
to
low
that.
as $500.
6 months ago, got together and got the.
I can't blame them for that.
And this covered food, transportation, ticket, and somewhere to sleep.
How on earth were they going to break even with that?
Who thought this was a good idea? What was the thought behind this?
They weren't. And on the flip side, there's no proof whatsoever that anyone purchased a $250,000 ticket. So basically, they're stuffed. Billy has to start taking tough short-term loans just to keep afloat. Which, by the way, is why they did the Fyre bans. It was to raise cash. It's reported that up to $2 million in Firebucks in-game currency was spent in the lead up to the event.
Oh.
But this wasn't even close to enough. Practically broke, and with the event only a few weeks away, the more experienced staff suggested postponing. But thanks to those short-term loans, he couldn't. So he insisted on going forward.
Oh, you
Those
fool!
staff tried to control the damage by telling celebrities and public figures not to go.
How was the Fyre Festival?
Oh, God.
So, Billy and Jar are in some serious trouble. But let's please have one failed festival that has a sequel. Well, Billy is out on $300,000 bail. His assets were frozen as at May 18th. He dropped his expensive attorneys. He's selling his property in New York. He tried to sell Magnesis for $150,000, but it was cancelled for being fraudulent. Massively in debt and with no hope of paying it back, Fyre went into involuntary bankruptcy. And that is the end of Fyre Festival.
That was so bad. Oh my God.
I'll keep you posted about whether Billy is going to jail.
Did he go to jail?
So long, Fyre Festival. You were too beautiful for this world.
But apparently it's coming back.
And as for me, well, it's time to go home.
So emotional is this. 2 hours later. Brother! Did I say Fyre Festival 2 is coming? Found him, Billy McFarland. Fyre Festival 2 is real. May 30 to June 2, 2025. Oh no. I don't know if you should go to this. Hi, thank you for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel so you can see more. I also stream live on Twitch, so come join us sometimes. Thank you and bye!